Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering Jimbo Fisher's comments. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Jimbo Fisher was on a hot one this weekend. He went on his soapbox and he began to rant. He talked about how Texas A&M is a hell of a school. He talked about how they don't have a slush fund, aka an NIL fund for recruits, letting them know they have $20, $30, $40 million available for them if they need it. And, you know, the craziest thing is he brought this to an SEC news conference. So when he's addressing the conference, he talks about how there was an article written, excuse me, an article written about it, and all of a sudden it picked up legs and started to develop, and even called out Lane Kiffin, if you will, even called out the likes of Lane Kiffin, who jokes about being the transfer portal guru or the transfer portal god, getting a lot of his recruits to the transfer portal. So pretty much it's highly speculated that Texas A&M pays their players. And let's just be clear, a lot of teams in college football pay their players under the table. Now some of them are paying them legally over the table. So you got to ask yourself, Jimbo Fisher's comments as far as saying that, oh, Texas A&M is one of the best colleges education-wise, and have you seen the experience at a game, and so much different things. That could be cool. That could be fine. I've never been to Texas A&M, never been to one of their games. I've seen it on television, but at the same time, you got to ask yourself, this school in Texas A&M has not been a powerhouse at any point in time within the last 20 years. Yes, they beat Bama last year. They have their runs where they win a couple of games, they get hot. But you got to ask yourself, if you're Jimbo Fisher, do you really believe what you're writing, what you're saying, what your statements are? Ask yourself, this is not Alabama. This is not LSU. This is not Texas University. So you got to keep in mind, you're in the state of Texas, which is good. You should be recruiting and getting great recruiting classes if you're in the state of Texas, because football is king in Texas. So you got to ask yourself, what would get a recruit to pick Texas A&M over a Bama, over a LSU, over a University of Texas Longhorns, over a Oklahoma? What would get somebody to just say, I need to go here? I'm not buying the BS about education. I'm really not. I'm not buying the BS about the games are just fantastic. Yeah, you may have one or two kids that slip through the crack and say, oh, I'm committed because you beat Alabama. But for the most part, Texas A&M boosters have a lot of money. Let's be clear. Their pockets are lined with money in Texas A&M. It's well known. Their boosters are some of the wealthiest boosters in college sports. If it's not number 2 or 3 all time, they have some of the most wealthiest people that have ever lived on their boosters right now. So, mind you, Jimbo Fisher has to cut the crap. Let's be clear. Kids are just not signing up to Texas A&M because they like the biology program, or they like the math program, or they like the science program, or anything like that. A lot of these football players are signing up because they can get a check. This is a direct poll for a pipeline to the NFL, if anything else, and you can get paid while doing it. Let's just be clear. College sports is filled with money under the table. I don't care what program you look at, you look close enough, you'll find something illegal or something against the NCAA guidelines. So I want you to understand Jimbo Fisher's comments, while I respect them, I know a lot of it's BS. With him being so upset at Lane Kiffin and all these other coaches repeating it, they're right. They're right. We know it's right. We know it's right, what they're saying. So, all you college football fans, chime in. Do you think that Jimbo Fisher's comments was an overreaction? We all know they're getting paid at Texas A&M. We all know they're getting paid. So leave your comments in the comment section below. And hey, listen, y'all done made it to the end of the video. You know what that means. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe on your YouTube channel and also on your Facebook channel so we can debate with you each and every week. And as always, we thank you so very much. We'll see you on the next video.